Imagine being free of stress. All the strain, struggle, any lack or any pain gone from your life. Imagine if you could achieve your goals in any circumstance. Imagine living a life full of contentment and joy and happiness and peace. Wouldn't that be nice? You don't have to imagine it, because the techniques and tools that I use will actually be able to help you do that. So what I want you to do is just play along with me. Mentally, put up your hand if you're actually in a career or a business. And I want you to keep your hand up if you've never ever felt any stress in your life. Really, most people's hands would go down. Stress can be eliminated permanently and resolved with these techniques and tools that I'm going to use. So you might ask, what's in it for me? If you or your employer are not doing anything to actually reduce stress, we're going to give you ways to do that. If you are already doing something, we're going to add to the basket of skills that you already have. And in all cases, we're going to improve everything that you do so that you can actually be stress-free. Some of you may not think you're stressed. And in fact, a lot of people don't even recognise the signs and symptoms. So what I want you to do is do this little self-check with me. And it involves the TMJ joint, which is the temporomandibular joint. And it's here, just here, where the jaw opens and closes. So what we're going to do is take 3 fingers and place them in your mouth like this. And that's to show you how wide your mouth will be opening. So let's do this together. So take 3 fingers on either hand, place them out there, and then turn them over, and then push them into your cheek like this, really hard. And do that for several seconds and push really, really hard. Most people will notice that there's some soreness. And in fact, there is soreness. The soreness actually represents the amount of tension and stress you have in their body. Because the TMJ is actually connected to over 90% of the muscles in your body, it actually represents how stressed you are, even if you don't think you are stressed. Stress used to dominate my life enormously because I was actually in the wrong profession. And I didn't have the natural skills, talents or abilities to actually do that profession. And I zipped on by from stress right down to burnout. So I really don't want that for you. So what this is about is you are stressed if you are struggling to achieve anything or straining, incurring enormous amounts of effort. You're in pain of any kind, whether it's physically, emotionally or mentally. Or you have lack. You've lack of money, you've lack of relationships or anything. You are feeling that you're not actually achieving anything. You are stressed if you have these things in your life. So what this section of my model is about is repair. And the repair is about, let's fix your physiology, because what is running your stress mechanism is your autonomic nervous system. So if we can get that back in balance, other systems will get back in balance around you, like the hormone system or the cardiovascular system or the immune system and so on. So when you are stressed, it actually depletes your energy. That's why people present with so much tiredness and exhaustion. So when you're depleted, your baseline resilience to be able to cope with stress or anything is actually reduced enormously. So what this method is about is actually increasing your energy first, and that will increase your baseline resilience. And from there, you'll be able to cope, so that it will be like, wow, I used to be like this and now I'm like that. It will give you so much space and time so that you can respond differently. So let's just take an example here. You put your car in for repair. It may be running okay, but not really, really, really well. The spark plugs might be missing, or the timing might be out, or the wiring, there might be something wrong with that. So you put it in and you get it fixed. And so then what happens? It runs more optimally. Same with your body. If you fix one part of you, which is actually a physiology, then you will actually be able to run more optimally as well. So how do we do that? How do we actually fix your physiology? The latest research indicates that the heart is the new centre of the brain system. And the heart is emitting up to 60 times more energy signals than the actual head brain. So what that means is, if you want to fix your physiology, fix the stress in your life and eliminate it permanently, we have to fix your heart first. Okay, so this section about repair is, it's as hard as this. Can you breathe? Can you breathe deeply and slowly? Can you feel? Can you do something else while you're doing those three things? You're doing it already, so there's actually no problem with this. You'll be able to do these methods pretty easily. If you do nothing, you're going to continue in a downward spiral of achieve a bit of success, fail, achieve success, more fail, until you actually run out of get up and go. So what I want you to remember is three things. That stress is cumulative, and what that means is it's constantly depleting your energy. So what can you do about it? You start to repair the body, repair the physiology, so that you can operate more efficiently, effectively, be at peak performance. So what you're doing is actually gaining more control, and that's what it's about for career people and business people. If you do not take action now, the stress effects on your life could be devastating. When you do take action, what you're going to do is increase your energy, be more resilient, and be more in control. And that's what I want for you. So if you can see that this might be something that you'd be interested in, you want a stress-free life, and you want to gain more control and gain more energy and be more resilient, then what I'd like you to do is go to the products and services page and click on the repair section, and I hope to speak to you soon.